Okay, hello Chaos from Chaos and Fox, bringing yet more Subcom FA action again on Gap of Rohan. So many people play this map, it's hard not to find a good game on it. So we'll call this again Team 1 and this Team 2. So for Team 1 we've got Megatron, UEF, First Land, BFA Googui, I think, First Air for Cybran, interesting. Builder Czar within 18 minutes. Okay, I think that was a recount of last game. What the hell do I call? Okay, you shall henceforth be known as Dirtface. Aeon First Air, and then Esk 82, so Esk First Land Seraphim. Then Team 2 we've got, well, Kola going First Land as Cybran. Then we got Reinari going First Land Seraphim. Then krizzlewizzle First Land Aeon, and finally going First Land it is Brain playing as UEF with another 4 queued up around this mechs here. So expect a heavy push from him, I guess. So more in keeping with the meta this time, both teams all heading for the centre. Looks like Team 2 is going to end up there in force before Team 1 does. I think first contact will be made by Googui though, but yeah, it looks that way, but I'm not sure. He's got to go around this rock, so it might actually end up being Reinari who gets there first. I think I can afford to bump this up to +2 maybe? We'll go with that. Just until they get into the centre. But early expansion, quite a good push from Megatron going on here. So now in the centre, reclaim begins. Googui and Reinari having the first little shoot off. Krizzlewizzle goes straight for the Harbour X, always a good move. So much mass in those things. A few pillars and that looks like a Titan scattered around. But stacked slightly in favour of Team 2 with this bit here. 3 on 2. Although Kola has backed right off Googui, so Googui could come round in the back and equalise it a little bit. You've got Reinari moving quite heavily forward, but the mountain getting in the way, blocking any more conflict between him and Googui. Megatron makes his arrival, so now all comms in the centre. But early jesters coming out from Googui, going straight after engineers and eco by the looks of things. Oh, nope, straight for the main base possibly. If he goes after the hydrocarbon that would be quite... Nope, he's going after core mexes by the look of it. But nice spamming up of static AA, shoos it away. Oh, that rhymed and I feel terrible. Let's see, any more activity in the centre? There was another jester kick, there it is. What's he going after? There's a T2 Mex, if he could disrupt that, that would be a really good pickup. I don't think he's going to get anything else done with that jester. Team 2 just responding a little bit too quickly with the AA power there. Very nice to see though. Kola recognising that there's something coming through here possibly, but I don't think he can see it. I know he can, he's got good scout plane coverage, so he's walking his comm up there to deal with it personally. But that means 1 less comm in the centre for Team 2. 2 less technically, because krizzlewizzle's walked all the way over here to put an upgrade on his comm. I'm never sure about how good that is as a strategy. I guess it's good in the sense that, you know, I don't know. It's safer to do it there, but you know, at the end of the day, if someone's going to bomb the hell out of you, they're going to bomb the hell out of you either way. But T2 already on the field for Reinari. Doesn't look like Brain's got anything on his comm. No, he hasn't. So just Reinari with Team 2 for Team 2 at the moment. Esk asking for a T1 NG. Aeon. Okay. I wonder what he's got in store. There's a fair few units of T1 spam posturing here. Saying that. So is there for nowhere near as much though. It doesn't look like he's putting any more effort into it, although that's a lot of build power. However, that's a lot of build power not doing an awful lot, so I don't know. But yeah, bit of... wow, all the comms have pulled out of the centre of Team 1 really. Mind you, Team 2 have mirrored that quite a lot. So this could be a slightly different game, especially with Kola just sitting up here reclaiming trees. He's asking for energy. Don't really see why. And Sarah, I don't know. Seaton's clutch, you tend to give the front player energy because he's going to be walking off and abandoning his base, so he can't really put any more build power in to it. But so you give the front player energy so he's got access to overcharge basically. But I don't know. I don't think it's quite fair that he asks for it, but then again, what are allies if you can't ask them for stuff? But some jesters building up. I don't know what he plans to do with them from Googui. T2 power going up quite quickly. Looks like Megatron's got a fairly healthy economy. Speaking of economy, looks like Esk has the best going. Oh no, krizzlewizzle. Followed by, oh no, it drops down again, so Kola at the moment, Reinari. Mind you, Kola's reclaiming as well, so pretty hard to tell, but krizzlewizzle's definitely out there in the front, I think. And Kola, Esk, the only person who's really suffering for eco is Derp. Sorry, I don't mean to insult you. If you know who this person is, can you give me like a name I can use other than Derp, because I really have got nothing to work with here. I know it's not a derp face, it's kind of a slightly annoyed face, but annoyed? Yeah, let's go with that. But yeah, not a lot happening. Especially, very unusually, not a lot happening in the middle. This is everyone's building so much stuff around this circle around it, but no one is really getting involved in the middle, apart from Reinari and Megatron. He's got a piggybacking tac missile launcher, just spamming it. Looks like he's going for eco snipes. Yeah, definitely a good move there. If you're going to build piggybacked tac missile launcher, that's one of the good things you can do with it. Looks like he's gone for all 4 core mexes for Reinari. That's going to hurt. Reinari spawns in kind, looks like, by building up, yeah, tac missile defense. But I don't think it's going to matter. He's only got 2 left. It looks like that was sniped as well. I swear I saw more tac missiles going off than that, but here comes some more in. Looks again like it's going off to eco. Yeah, another T2 Mex is lost for Team 2. Megatron bringing the gap back a little bit, although krizzlewizzle's still way out there. Mind you, Googui's caught up a little bit. I think I've repented about what I said. I think building, mass storage around T2 mexes is fine. Just never build them around T1. It's not worth the investment. Well, don't build them around even if you plan to upgrade the T2 mex. Just upgrade the T2 mex, then build the mass storage. Much better way to invest your mass. But those tac missiles being quite relentless. That was on an upgrade to T2 as well, and now it's just gone. These engineers still building mass storage around a non-existent mex. So nice work from Megatron there. He should really be trying to scathe krizzlewizzle a little bit more though, because he's the one with the eco, but then again, I have the benefit of information, he doesn't know that. What's going on with Brain? Still an awful lot of build power not being used for very much, but that's a lot of engineers. How much eco must he be running? Oh my god, Googui, he jumped. Lots and lots of reclaim going on. Googui is way out there with the eco, but Brain's catching up. But then again, that's mainly just because he's got all these engineers reclaiming. You think a tree's not got a lot in it, but when you've got this many engineers reclaiming trees at once, it really does stack up. But he's dotting around an awful lot. But Googui is out there with a fairly solid eco lead. So I'm expecting him to be able to pull something interesting out of the hat. He's not doing anything with his comm. I'm expecting to see an upgrade soon. Need a scout. Spelt atrociously, but that's what he said. It's looking like air might be just about in favour of T2, but then again this is all scout planes for Brain, so I can't really be sure. There's one NT, but there's a lot of scout planes for krizzlewizzle as well, so all that TMD. Megatron really taking the centre for himself. Not that you can blame him. Still sending off those attack missiles, but there's sufficient TMD now to stop it. TMD going up for pretty much everyone, it looks like. krizzlewizzle has kind of reaffirmed his lead with the eco. That looks like it's all his as well, not reclaim based. Mind you, I can't see him reclaiming anything, so Krizzle's got a Tsar queued up. Mind you, with that eco, there's quite a possibility he'll actually be able to do it, I think. I'm very curious. Brain's got all these engineers, but he's not doing anything with them. He's making an upgrade to T3 on his mass already. I've never seen the middle of this map so devoid of players. Usually you get people turtling around like this bit at least. I mean, the middle's normally a dead zone. If a team's got hold of that, I'm not too sure whether... I'm not too sure actually whether having the centre in this map is a good thing or whether being just outside it is better, because if you've got just outside it, you've got more units of PD that can stack up and shoot inwards. But it depends how you play it, I guess. But that Tsar is coming together pretty well. I wonder how his eco is doing. If he's actually not flatlining mass, I have no idea how he's pulling that crap off, but that's incredible. That Tsar will be finished very quickly if his eco is not dying. He's reclaiming and building at the same time. So what's he doing? Using it as a mass sink? I've never seen that tactic used. Very weird. Can't work out if that thing's being built or destroyed now. They're reclaiming it. Okay, so he's not actually building it at all. It was coming together quite quickly though, by the looks of it. Kola on a good upgrade. Nice bundle of shields. And he's got a fair few inties now actually. I don't really know why Googui is still throwing out these jesters. He's not going to be able to accomplish anything with them. But an airdrop from Googui, what is that? It looks like rhinos possibly, although I don't know if any of these, so only one dropship actually made landfall. So those rhinos are probably going to get swarmed by Ilkshabas before they can actually do anything, you know, damaging. But nice try, just nowhere near enough air coverage and nowhere near enough units to do anything useful. But very good response from Reinari, quick off the mark there. And that looks like, yep, skyboxes. Yep. Shields going up everywhere. T3 out for Googui, already queuing up strat defences. This com's not doing anything. I wonder what he's got in the back. Is he teleporting? Or is he upgrading? If he has got a teleporter on the back of his com, this could be good. Curious as to what he's doing now. Yeah, wonder. I mean, I don't think he's got the power to have a teleporter, but it'd be interesting if he did. Anyway. Needless speculation. Got a chicken being built from Reinari. I didn't realise he had the eco for that. Oh, he does. Oh, let's show what you miss. Eco side of things, everyone's looking pretty good actually. I mean, Googui and Krizzle are still out there in front. Googui's taken the lead back again. Megatron's actually short stacking quite heavily. He's lowest scoring eco wise, I think, at the moment. Although, have to say, at 20 minutes I don't think I'd have. I think I'd be doing well to have 150 mass per tick. Really shows the difference between pros and the average players. Ravager turrets from Megatron, really digging his heels in for the turtle now. There's some restorers out from Esk. I hope for Reinari's sake he's got enough AA to deal with that. Looks like he has. More dropships lining up for Googui. Be ill-advised to try the same tactic twice, that didn't work. Oh, it's a Wagner, okay. Yeah, sorry, Rhinos no, I thought Rhinos were T2. Oh, what do I know? Evidently not much. Again, this sort of lull in activity, you get a lot of ASFs out for Derp. I really don't want to call him Derp, I want to call him something else, but he hasn't really given me anything to do. That's all I can call him. Is that that's tactical strat defense even. And that Tsar is just being left to decay. But a Scathis being queued up. That looks like it must be by... Hey, does he have a Cybran NG? So is that Kola with... Must be Kola who's queued it up. Unless he gifted a Cybran NG. I think he did. So Krizzle with a Cybran NG gifted from Kola. Building a Scathis, that will really be a game changer with this. But that chicken getting taken out by Ravagers, so we'll see if the Ion Storm can actually accomplish anything but kill its own units. Doesn't look like it will. Might take out these front units of T1 PD, but that's not going to do an awful lot. But that's a attack missile barrage, it looks like. It is. I wonder where that's going for. Oh, he's destroying the wreck, very good. All these engineers now coming in to reclaim. Really, really, really want to get rid of those. Krizzle asking for a T3 Seraphim NG. We've got artillery out en masse for Reinari. Krizzle not quite getting that Reinari doesn't have T3 yet, or rather doesn't have a T3 NG to gift, which I don't blame him for. If you've only got 1 or 2 on the field, you're not going to be too pliable to giving your NGs to other people, but I don't even think he actually has a T3 NG. I think that's just his com. Yeah, it looks like it because he doesn't have any T3 factories, so Krizzle should probably look at the field before making any requests. But fairly heavy air engagement, or at least what looked like a heavy air engagement, but it seemed to be over quite quickly. It might have been just scout planes. But Megatron sending all his inties in here and getting promptly annihilated by ASFs, although this lovely horde of ASFs out from Derp. It kind of hovers around, just about to go in and fight, but then he sort of backs up again. Not quite sure. I'm curious as to whether that wreck was reclaimed or destroyed. But T2RT mass spam of it, doing quite a good job. Love Seraphim T2RT. It just looks so nice when it fires. Perhaps he doesn't have intel. No, he does. I think it might just be the noise it makes when it shoots. It's just nice to hear. Anyway. I wonder if there's any more experimentals queued up. Oh, and just as I say that, a crab comes online for Kola. That really could do some damage if he gets that in the middle. Especially if he can use this mountain for cover fire, he can just range this entire forward position. Though that said, the T2RT is doing a pretty good job from Reinari. Lots of bank of 8 tactical missile launchers. I don't think TMD is going to do much against those. One of them is going to get through either way. It's nowhere near enough here to do anything. In fact, there's no TMD. That's ill-advised for your forward base, especially if your comms in the area. Thankfully for Megatron, his isn't. Walked all the way to the back here and is assisting with his power grid. Healthy group of restorers out for Esk. There's a lot of high firepower that both teams could be utilising, and they just don't quite have the guts to go in and take the risk. But that Scathis getting primaried from the eco of Krizzle now, who is not quite as... he's only 15 behind the person in lead. Oh no, Esk just makes a jump as I say that. Esk way out in front now with 333 mass per second, which he's ploughing into ridiculous amounts of restorers. Good scouting though from Brain, who has got an experimental of his own. How did I miss this? So much going on in this game, this is great. We've got a fat boy from him though. Scathis is what's really going to change this game. But it's getting primaried by something. What is that? So Scathis of its own Team 1 already being shot. Oh no, that's bad. Primarying his core production. So I don't know how close that is to being done, but I would expect that might not be finished by now. They've got to take out that Scathis, otherwise this game is definitely going to go into favour of Team 1. Team 2 must surely know that. I wonder what the range is like on that crab. Definitely not good enough to get close enough to do any damage without walking into a Ravager horde. Oh wow. Scathis. Need man. Yeah, okay. A Ythota and a Megalith both walking at once. The Scathis changes up to redirect its attention at those. But those restorers are just so powerful. Monkey Lord out as well. I don't know how far it'll get. It gets primary by the crab and the Ythota. It's not going to last long. But then again, that crab is just shedding hit points like it's going out of fashion. And then that Monkey Lord primaries the Ythota. I think that Monkey Lord might actually walk out of this one. Oh, and GC as well. This is ridiculous. I think Team 1 might have this. It's definitely theirs to lose at the moment. Restorers out as well from Derp. God, the air power of Team 1 is just atrocious now. But then again, those ASFs. This is a very nice, and that's a lot of strat bombers. But they've just been picked up by a scouting run, so all he has to do is bring in his ASFs now. Surely he'll know that's coming. Yes, ASF's coming in to primary these. Oh, they get picked up. I don't think that was very poor timing. You see a scout run go over, keep them back for God's sake. He's still got one left, but that's not going to accomplish much. An awful lot of mass just thrown to waste there. That fat boy might be the only hope Team 2 have now. If they can just cover it, I mean, bring your ASFs in to bring your own, protect your own experimental at least. That shield is not lasting long. There's a lot of strat bombers primarying it. Fat boy reduced to dust. And I think Brain is probably going to lose this air confrontation as well. There's just too much there. Krizzle had all this eco and he's just not ploughed it into the right things, I don't think. But he's building shockers. Shame there's nothing to protect them. He's stockpiling them up here. He's got 5, that is theoretically enough to do some damage with. Suddenly this shocker, sorry not shocker, Cyberman even. Revenant coming in, but I don't think it's going to get anywhere, it's just being too much damage. Oh my god, it gets out with 20 hit points, but it's probably taken down. I would say that an OSR is probably not a bad move at this point. That GC just wrecking the forward position of Reinari. I think this could just about go in favour. GC. I think it will. Yeah, looks like a boater's not doing particularly well, and 2 monkey lords out. I can't get rid of this. It's gonna be game. Got to stop that from getting into their eco. Already lost a T3P gen for Reinari. Got his E-boater coming in, but that experimental bomber just getting annihilated. The Monkey Lord primary, the boater, and that's right next to Reinari's com as well, so that Wildstorm might do some damage to him. I think Reinari at this point is doomed. I don't think his shield is going to come online in time, and no, sure enough, Reinari ejected from the game at 34 minutes. Monkey Lord continues to bear down what's left of his base. We'll see if... Oh wow, okay. Krizzle got annihilated by something. That must have been a spam coming in from the Scapis. Full share is off as well, so all this just goes pop. Always nice to see. I think I prefer it when... Yeah, I prefer it when full share is off. That's my preference. Makes you a little bit more invested in your commander as well. Less reckless, because you know that if it dies, so does all your stuff. This is basically the only thing left of Team 1's Team 2's offensive power now is with Brain. Don't think Kola is going to be doing anything anytime soon, because he just got popped by a Monkey Lord. There again, there's a GC bearing down on Brain, so I think this is all over. Especially with that horde of restorers coming in, Brain's got nothing really to shake it off with. He's got a few ASS, but nowhere near enough. Especially when he parks them in front of a GC. Primary by the restorers, and yeah, that's it. Game over. Nice high level play, makes the game fairly interesting. A little desync at the end, but I'm quite content to ignore that. It doesn't affect anything. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did, and with any luck I'll be bringing you some more of this sort of thing in the near future. Okay, have fun guys.